for the best, well, they call him the best man, young Darren.
Here it goes. Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. If there's anybody here who's feeling nervous, apprehensive and queasy at the thought that maybe what lies ahead, it's probably because you just got married to Chris Wills. Well, as some of you already know me, you're probably expecting a well thought out and rehearsed speech from memory, but as you can probably tell by now I'm literally reading this, so you're going to have to bear with me. I did consider sticking to the conventional storytelling style of speech writing, but each one I jotted down was more inappropriate and indecent than the last one, so instead I thought some interesting facts you may know or might not know about Chris would be a good place to start. Chris was once an usher at a friend's wedding and ended up going to the wrong wedding. It didn't take him long to realise his mistake. I think it was just about after they cut the cake. In the last 28 years, approximately 65 to 70% of Chris's meals have ended up on the floor. Chris once, while eating, managed to get a baked bean on his shoulder. Chris likes all his food so good that it can only be identified by dental records. Chris can sleep anywhere, literally anywhere. In a club, stood against a pillar, on the steps, upside down, or even driving a car. Let's hope he's not asleep later, eh? I'm not saying Chris is boring. Honestly, but he loves nothing more than watching Judge Judy in his underpants. He also watched 8 episodes back-to-back of Columbo.
Oh dear.
Chris used to support Norwich City, but maybe the less we say about that, the better. Chris has had a few hobbies in his time. He was really into basketball, so Pam and Colin, as the great parents they are, put a basketball hoop on the side of the house. Chris didn't like basketball after that. Then, of course, there was the inline skating craze, where Chris was really into inline skating, and they dedicated their whole back garden to a skate park.
Yeah.
Chris didn't like skating after that. But I suppose it could have been worse. He could have been into show jumping or Olympic swimming. So.
I couldn't afford it. I can't afford it to get married really, but there we are.
Chris knows a little bit too much about alarm systems to be called a normal person. He takes his work very seriously. So if any of you got a spare 5 hours later, ask him about Viper sensors. Chris's work van is so dirty, scientists have discovered 4 new species growing inside it. And that's just as present. Chris once sat down on my mum's brand new leather sofa, with a screwdriver in his pocket. As you know, Chris, he always wearing his work gear. She wasn't so pleased when he stood up again at the end of the evening to find the screwdriver was still stuck in the leather sofa.
Oh, no.
She hasn't lived that one down, so Mum have to apologise to my mum later when she's here. So. Right, Chris's hair is very important to him. Yeah. He once got a taxi home from Bournemouth on a night out to redo his hair. When he finally came back, his hair looked no different. Once Chris was so drunk he smoked a glow stick for 2 hours. After a couple of drinks, Chris tends to get a bit gangster rap on us. So something for us to look forward to in a couple of hours. Finally, quite a few people have also commented recently on Chris looking like the older brother of him and Gavin. Not really a fact about Chris, but Gavin paid me to put that in. I want to say a big thank you today to Chris and Nat's family, the bridesmaids, they're looking wonderful today, and everyone who's been involved with making this a very special day, so I'm sure you agree. What about the bride then, ladies and gentlemen? How wonderful she looks, beautiful, what a great job she's done organising such a lovely day today. So, bar of soap can do. So on a more serious note, I'm sure you'll all agree with me when I say that Chris and Nat are an amazing couple, and they've always been great friends to me, and they're kind, generous, caring, with the addition of Mason now the perfect family. I want to say with a genuine honour it is to be Chris' best man today. I appreciate that I'm just one of many equally suitable friends that he could have chosen, so thanks very much, Chris. Right, there's obviously some very important people here today, without whom there have been very little of this would have been possible. The great thing is that as the evening progresses, most of all of us will get to spend more and more time talking to them. So please join me in a very special toast to the bar staff. I'm only joking, guys, to the happy couple. Congratulations.